Hello and welcome to my channel again. In this today's tutorial, I'll be talking about how to go live on YouTube or any other social media. Basically, what are the options available? So technically, basically, instead of I'll try to stick to the two basic methods. There are two ways, as you can see. I'm going to highlight this. There are two ways you can go live on YouTube. The one on the right hand side is cloud based, okay, and the one on the left hand side is installation based. Let me cover the cloud based first quickly. Cloud based means you don't need to have a decent hardware or a decent computer. Everything is managed online by the third-party software. What cloud-based means is, for those who are using Mac or you are using Google Pictures, that your everything is uploaded on Google Drive or on OneDrive. So basically everything is run from their server and you don't need to have a decent hardware. But if it's installation based, then there is a minimum requirement which you need to follow, which I will talk about later on. So let's talk about the cloud based first. Before you can go live, you have to make sure that your services are enabled before you can go live on YouTube. Okay, so I've shown you, I think I covered that in my previous tutorials. If you want, I can share the link later on in description and you can watch the tutorial. So let's, without wasting any time, let's crack on. So cloud based. In cloud based, you have number of apps available right now. You can either use StreamYard, which is one of the most popular one, and they offer two versions, free and paid. Within, of course, if anything is free online nowadays, which means you have limited access to do things, and if you buy a paid version, then you have access to the full version. Vimo Livestream, that's another app, cloud-based app, which is available. I think they do offer free and paid version as well. And Restream. So let me show you what I mean. Bingo. So what I've done is I've done a comparison between StreamYard, Restream, Vimo Livestream, and Live Reacting. Okay. So as you can see, if you want, I will provide a link for this site in the description below, so you'll have access to this as well. So what you can do is, as you can see, these are the basic features available. So let me quickly run down to this part. Right, StreamYard, they offer free account. If you want to have a free account, you can have 6 guests invited. Even on the free account, screen sharing is allowed. You can have your own banners, on screen comments. If people are making comments, you can share them with other people. Brand colors, green screen. If you have green screen, means that if you have a green screen as a background, and you can change your background to whatever you want to be. So if you're sitting in, let's say, in London, and you want your public to see that you are sitting in New York, you can change the background and you can do many things. It's fun to play around with. Stream anywhere, and you can. These are the facilities available in free account. Restream, they also offer a free version as well, and in this you can have 3+ streaming platforms. Don't forget, in StreamYard you can only stream to Facebook, but if you use Restream on the free account for individuals, you can have there are extra features available. Vimo Livestream, then again you have to pay £75 yearly, and they give you so many benefits, blah blah blah. And the last one is Live Reacting, okay, and it gives you, the list is, you know sky's your limit. So at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you. What I would highly strongly recommend is that if you do decide that you want a paid version, instead of jumping into buying one app, just play around with every single one of them. And that's my opinion. And see what options there are available. One could be comfortable with StreamYard, and somebody else could say, no, I like Restream better because it gives me this facility or this option. That's entirely up to you. But for my tutorial purposes, I'll be focusing, or in my future tutorials, I'll be talking about the StreamYard. One of the reasons is why, because it's free to use, and it has a very basic features that even your teenager can learn how to do it. I hope I've covered everything in the cloud-based application. All you do is, so basically there is no hard, one more time, there is Let me type this as well. There is no hardware requirement for the cloud-based app. So if you are using a cloud-based app, it doesn't matter what machine you have. You can have anything, but when we say anything, you need a minimum 2 or 3 gig RAM. You don't have to have a high-end PC, any PC or a laptop, and you can stream on YouTube if you want to use cloud-based applications. Let's talk about the installation based. Okay, installation based, you have OBS. Oh, by the way, all these apps can be used on Windows and on Mac as well. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have Mac or Windows platform or even Android platform, as long as you have access to internet and you can use them. Okay, I think but one of the thing about StreamYard is that it's only compatible with Chrome, Firefox, and Safari, I think. Yes. So StreamYard is compatible with these three. I'm not sure about the others, so I have to try them. And I'll let you know later on. As I was talking about the installation based OBS is free and it's available on both platforms, Windows and Apple, uh, and it's totally free. Anybody can install them. It has many plugins, though it's not easy to use. But if you spend some time, I'd say, maybe about half an hour every day for 4 or 5 days, it's not that hard to learn. XSplit is another one on the list. It's very easy to use. They also offer a free version, but you have limitations to do things. And the paid version is, I think, it's only $4.99 a month, but that's only Windows based, so they don't have a Mac version. Windows only. Okay, Vmax is then again, it's another beautiful installation-based software which I love myself. You need to have a good solid technical background for you to use that. But if you don't want to, you can stick to OBS or XSplit. So you can even stick to XSplit. Very simple and very easy. Let me show you what is the hardware requirement if you want to go for the second option. If you do decide to go for the second option, then this is what you would need. You would need to have, let me see if I can maximize this. Yes, I hope you can see this. For Windows based, you need a decent laptop or a desktop with 4 gig RAM minimum, a broadband or a mobile internet connection, one internal or external webcam, blah blah blah, XSplit broadcaster software, free to use, or OBS. Skype, if you want to invite your guest on OBS, then you need to have Skype installed as well on your desktop. Enough light in your room to get a better quality external or internal microphone. Okay, that's very important, by the way. It doesn't matter if you are using cloud-based or application installation-based application. I would highly recommend that you get an external microphone. Why? Because the sound quality makes hell of a difference, and it kind of improves the whole live streaming. So if you imagine, if I don't know if you can remember, I've seen the old TVs where back in 19, I'm not that old by the way, but back in 19 early 80s or late 70s, I can't remember the timeline, but you could only have, the movies were picture based only and there was no sound. But I think later on, when we did have the sound, it made a huge difference in the television industry and in the media, whatever. So when you have a sound to anything, it adds values to it. But if you have a low sound, if the quality of the sound is not that good, then it kind of puts the viewers off. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the quality of sound is better by you just buying a simple microphone. You need to have an account live streaming option enabled. One more time, you need to have this, and login information will be provided by the center. Mac, if you want to have an installation base, it's exactly the same thing. I'm not going to go through all the details again, and it doesn't take long for you to set that up. Above can be set up within 1 hour. In fact, less than an hour. It doesn't take long. So in today's video, I hope I have covered that there are two types of ways you can go live. One is cloud based, the other one is installation based. And in my future tutorials, I'll be covering StreamYard and OBS. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again.